And welcome back, Delmarva. I'm Rob Inderita, and you're watching Good Things Delmarva. Well, if you haven't done it yet, chances are you probably will. Talking about moving, and actually statistics say that 1 out of 5 American families moves each and every year. So it very well could affect you. Last segment we talked about getting organized. Now we're going to talk about moving, and I think those two kind of go hand in hand, correct?
They absolutely do. And I mean, one of the things about moving is it's just as difficult to move across the street as it is across the country. Yeah, it's the same amount of work. The first thing most people need to consider is, are you moving yourself or are you hiring movers? If you're moving yourself, it's obviously making sure you have the right supplies, the right boxes, tape, markers. If you're hiring movers, a couple of important tips.
Yeah, tell us some pitfalls we want to avoid.
One is you want to get multiple bids. And when you get those bids, you need to have some important information. What's the square footage of your house? How many rooms are you moving? And within those rooms, what kinds of rooms are there? How many bedrooms, family room space? Usually based upon that, you can get a good estimate. Okay. Another critical thing to think about is insurance. Homeowners insurance typically doesn't cover moves, and typical mover insurance is based on poundage. So if they break your mother's favorite vase, it could be worth hundreds of dollars, but if it only weighs 2 pounds, you're probably getting paid 30 cents. So get the insurance. It may seem expensive, but it's definitely worth it.
Okay.
The next important thing is when you move, not only your stuff has to come with you, but all of your information and mail. And people are overwhelmed by that. I mean, really, it's like, how do I move all of this stuff? How do I do it? Very simple. Moving season typically starts around March when people are getting ready for the close of the year. Okay. But if you know you're moving, start now.
Get prepared early.
Get prepared. Collect every piece of mail for a month. Magazines, catalogs, bills. And then what you need to do, and it's great because you can do most of this online now, is get online and change the addresses. You can do it with the post office. So U.S. Post Office has a website. Instead of filling out those forms anymore by hand, do it online.
Do it all online.
Yep, it costs you $1, but it's well worth it. You can go to several free websites. One that we like is changeofaddressforms.com, and you can put all your information in there at one time. Takes a couple of hours. Everything gets changed over.
How great.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
very
really easy now. Very easy now. And the third thing you can do is most websites exist for magazines, for newspapers. You can do them one at a time if you want as well. Again, free and seamless. You make sure the change of address actually goes through before you ever walk out the door.
Okay, wow, very, very good. So let's say someone's at home, they've been watching these 2 segments, they heard the first one, they realize, oh, I got to get organized. Yeah. Maybe they're watching the second one, they're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be moving soon. What would be your advice, your recommendation, so they don't feel, again, overwhelmed?
Yeah. Again, it's baby steps. If you take care of getting the right people or the right help to move your stuff, if you take care of moving your information, and then the third thing you can do from a move standpoint is be prepared that first day you walk into your new house, because there's some very simple things you can do to already make moving in that much easier. And literally, one of them is a trip to the grocery store. So buy some food, buy some drinks, don't forget a box cutter because you're going to need to open packages, but you know what? Don't forget garbage bags and toilet paper, because we hear over and over again, okay, what am I missing? Somebody's running out, trying to get stuff done. It also goes back to what we were saying earlier about delegating. Give everybody in the family a job. One person can mark off all the boxes as they come in. So you make sure what you take actually ends up in the new place, and the other person can put labels on the doors so that movers know whose room is what and where to put the stuff properly.
Okay, very, very good. And I want the audience to know you are an expert at this, because you were telling me you've moved at least 10 times.
10 times in 15 years, yes. Definitely know what I'm doing.
You learned some valuable lessons during that time, I'm sure.
Yep.
What would you say is, at the forefront of those who are about to move? You yourself have done it 10 times. What should be kept at the forefront of people's minds who are going through? Because obviously no one wants to do it, but you kind of have to.
I mean, to me, have a sense of humor and try and enjoy the process. It's not so much organizing, but something will go wrong in a move. I mean, we make a product called a moving kit, and it's very easy to use that, to have that and keep track of all of your information. And if something doesn't go exactly right, if you have a book like that together, all of your information's in there. You can recover quickly, but have a sense of humor and, be able to laugh at it, because nobody likes moving.
So if disaster does strike, heaven forbid, you're prepared.
Exactly.
Okay, very, very good. Well, I'll tell you, and I mean this, I hope they know this, I hope you know this, I have thoroughly enjoyed having you on the show today. I, as well, set a resolution at the beginning of the year to get organized, and now I have no excuse. I have every reason in the book to do it.
That sounds great. We'll follow up with you.
Okay, please do. Well, thank you. You have been great. You have been so great. Hopefully the people at home have been as impressed as I have with your tips on getting organized, your tips on moving, whatever it may be, baby steps, simple steps. Anyone can do it.
That's right. Anyone can. Thanks
Okay.
a lot.
Very, very good. Well, thank you for coming on, Alicia. Appreciate it. Again, the website is getbuttonedup.com. Please stay with us. You're watching Good Things Delmarva. We'll be back with one more guest.